Yeah, I'll go back to my first year. I was the head coach of the University of Wisconsin. My rookie year, we had finished the season 11-1. Two teams in our league, Michigan and Ohio State, had been undefeated. They went into their last game. One team won and one team lost, and by that time, the BCS had a two-team limit to get into BCS, so I wasn't allowed. Wisconsin was on the outside looking in, so we were put in the Capital One Bowl against a very, very good Arkansas team, ironically, that had a very good group of players. Darren McFadden, all over the place, had great players, and the SEC and all that brought, and went down there and won that game, and was excited because we beat an SEC team, but also on the same account got a flavor for what it was all that week and what it meant to play Arkansas, and ironically how much that factored into where I am today. So been a big fan of the SEC. I think what everybody has to keep in mind is when you're in another league, you really can't brag on another league. It's not in your best interest. So I said and did things that obviously are counterproductive to SEC support. You guys have long-term memory, so you, of course, brought those same things back up to me later on, which I totally understand. And, you know, I was kind of a closet SEC fan. I really enjoyed watching certain teams have success, certain coaches, the way they coached, the style that they coached. As my career advanced at Wisconsin, I always go back to thinking, you know, the day that you're satisfied is the day you stop breathing. And I just really felt, for me in my time and my career with my wife and where we were going and what we were doing, it was a chance to kind of break away and start something new in a great league, and that's why I made it, and I think it's a great opportunity. You know, we're going to definitely run the football. I think one of the things that gets left in the discussion is we were also tremendously talented throwing the football. Last year might be a little bit off number-wise, but the 3 years prior to that, we were one of the most efficient teams in balance between running and throwing the football, and that's not very common. There's only 2 or 3, 4 teams a year that would do that, but on the same account, I realize that it's much easier, in my opinion, to rush the ball for 4 yards than throw the ball for 4 yards, you know? Put the guy in his hands, block it up the right way, and you got 4 yards, you know? If you want to throw the football, you got to be able to get the quarterback to throw it. You got to get the guy to catch it. You got to get the protection in between there. So it's kind of just a way that we do things. I do hope that we should be able to run the football. The key to me, do you know when you're a good rushing offense? This is really easy. Everybody just thinks by numbers. You can, you know, people can pad numbers. You can run for 350 yards in a game and 150 in the next one, and you come out with an average that is good, but you didn't do anything in the second game, you know? So what you really do, if you become a good running team, is you be able to run the football when everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run the football. You know, I knew I had a good team when we played Michigan and we ran the ball 28 times in a row. That's when I knew I had a good rushing football team. So I don't know if we can get to that point, but people kind of lose vision on what is a good rushing offense. A good rushing offense is when it's 4th and 1, they know I'm going to run over right tackle, and that's what we do. That's when you have a good rushing offense. I've been very blessed the fact that I didn't know a guy like Travis Swanson was sitting there waiting at Arkansas. Travis is an exceptional football player. He's an exceptional human being, but from a pure football standpoint, he is probably the best center that I've ever coached, and I've had some good ones. Had guys get drafted in the first, second round the last couple of years, but Travis can bend. He's athletic. He's strong. He's gifted academically. In the mind, he can do things that calling our whole offensive set and plays that is exceptional. Really excited. We moved Bret Cook from right tackle to right guard. Anybody that starts a tackle and moves to guard is going to just be that much better off in the space that he's provided. I think at left tackle, Hurd is a player that he may not exactly be everything that you want, but he is definitely very, very efficient and is a guy that we're excited to see get out there. We moved Grady Olson to right tackle. He has gone from 275 pounds to 305 pounds and looks really, really good. So I'm excited. We got good tight ends, got a great fullback in Carol Small, got a host of running backs, and those guys tend to make linemen look a little bit better.